Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Mustache MMA, and welcome to episode 5 of Best Bets, Johnny Walker versus Jamahal Hill. I'm going to go through this card, kind of go into each fight, and maybe select some of my favorite bets for each of those cards, or for each of those fights. May also be a pass to, depending on how I'm feeling about the fight, the fighters, etc., the odds. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Before we get through this card, I'm going to go over the results of last week. Did really good last week. Finally in the green, and it puts us in the green everywhere, as you can see, which is awesome. So last week went 6 of 10 for a net of plus 4.25 units. Won my 2-unit play on Hawk, Brass, and Green. Fight goes the distance. Lost Olberg KO. Couldn't get it done. He got it done by decision instead. Adesanya Whittaker, fight goes the distance. That was a winner. Knight Grisham, fight goes the distance, winner. O'Neal and Orlovsky by decision, both winners. Although somehow that was a split decision on O'Neal's side. Pretty ridiculous. They're actually both splits, which was also ridiculous. Orlovsky definitely won 2 of 3. Anyway, Hernandez, money line, he ended up losing, got subbed in the second round. Green by decision also won. And then losses in Whittaker by decision and Hernandez decision. But Whittaker by decision, though, oof. I scored it 3-2. Yeah, a little biased because I didn't have a bet on it. It was definitely close, so I don't think it was a robbery. I thought it was, could have been a split decision. I thought it would have been. One judge gave it 49-46 for Adesanya. Kind of crazy not to give him the 4th and 5th round. And then the second round was the toss-up one. But yeah, man, that plus 500 was looking good at the end of the fight. I was feeling pretty confident. I think it was a good bet overall, even though it didn't hit. But yeah, tough one. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. If I can find the right browser. All right, so here we go. We got UFC Fight Night, Walker versus Hill. Best bets. Going to go through my favorite bets for the card. First fight of the card, we got Jesse Strader versus Chad Anheliger. Jesse Strader, second fight in the UFC. His first fight, he got absolutely destroyed very quickly by Montel Jackson. Montel Jackson, however, a very good bantamweight fighter, in my opinion, probably in that top 20 area. And then Chad Anheliger, it was against a very notable opponent who's had a lot of experience in his career and spent a little time over and won championship as well. So his opponent was really good and I believe heavily favored. But Anheliger was able to go in there and edge him out via decision. So anyway, in terms of bets here, I was really back and forth here. Obviously, I lean on Anheliger a lot. I like him a lot in this fight. I think he's got the experience. He's got the better striking technicality-wise. Maybe Strader has the better power. And then Anheliger, I think he's got the better wrestling as well as better grappling. I expect this one to probably stay on the feet most of the fight. I was really debating on Anheliger inside the distance. A little bit of money coming in on this as well. When I first saw it, plus 100, now minus 105. Man, I was debating it for a while, and I ended up going with Anheliger money line and over 1.5, plus 140 over on DraftKings. That's an official play. Anheliger money line and over 1.5, plus 140 on DraftKings. Reason why I went with this, man, Anheliger, to me, his last 2 finishes have come both in the 3rd round via TKO. He has been able to get things done in the 1st round before, but I don't see him as like a crazy power guy. Don't get me wrong, he does have power in his hands, but I don't see him as a crazy power guy. Jesse Strader, generally a high pressure, high pace kind of guy. He has lost twice by TKO, both in the 1st round. Obviously one, like I said, Montel Jackson before, and the other one by Rojo. He just fought Kyler Phillips, Marcelo Rojo. That dude, Marcelo Rojo, is either kind of like a get finished or be finished type of fighter. And Jesse Strader actually almost finished him, but kind of gassed out in the process and got finished himself. So I don't really take too much into that one. And then Montel Jackson, like I said, I think he's a top 20 fighter in the bantamweight division. Really tough guy, really tough opponent. I believe he came on short notice to try to fight him and get a victory. So yeah, I think I like Jesse Strader to last at least a round and a half here against Anheliger. Maybe Anheliger getting a decision, but I like maybe an Anheliger decision or a late finish. Reason being, yeah, that's why I like Anheliger money line and the over 1.5. So yeah, first play of the card comes on the first fight of the card. Moving up the card, Diane Belbita versus Gloria de Paulo. Yeah, not much to really look at this. It was a pick'em originally, a little bit money coming on Belbita, and I do agree with that. Reason being, I think she just throws a lot more volume than Gloria de Paulo, and by that, you know, a lot more strikes, willing to brawl. She does have a good chin, so if she does get hit, she can take it. You know, both these girls are pretty durable. Gloria de Paulo, however, getting finished in her last fight against Cheyenne Velismus. However, it was a head kick knockout. You know, it's hard to take a head kick knockout or a head kick and not get knocked out. Belbita, she's had finishes in her career, but not from notable opponents. Same thing with Gloria de Paulo, has had finishes in her career, but not from notable opponents at all. So I like this one to definitely get a decision. I definitely like the Belbita side. I think the volume is there, the pace and pressure is there. She's definitely going to win the first round, and I like her to scoop up either the second or third as well, get that unanimous decision win, 29-28. So yeah, I'm going to throw 1 unit on Belbita by decision, plus 150 over on DraftKings. The Anheliger money line and over 1.5 at plus 140. That was also a 1 unit play. I think I forgot to mention the unit value. Anyway, moving up the card, we got Chaz Skelly versus Mark Striegl. Dog alert, ladies and gentlemen. I like the dog here a lot, and I love it at the price. You know, Chaz Skelly, really high-level grappler. Stand-up, not really that good. Wrestling is definitely below average. I wouldn't say it's absolute garbage, but it's also not average or good. Mark Striegl, on the other hand, decent stand-up, decent wrestling, also good grappling. So, you know, I think Mark Striegl is going to be able to handle the grappling of Chaz Skelly, whether that be offensively or defensively. And I just think he has the edge in the striking, for sure. Obviously, he's not an amazing striker, no finishes on his career via KO, TKO, but he can handle himself. And the wrestling, he's really good. You know, so I was debating in my head, you know, should I go Striegl money line? Striegl money line is a good play, and I like that. However, I like Striegl to probably get a decision here. I think Chaz Skelly, he's never been submitted in his career, so he was technically submitted, turned into a no contest because he never tapped or never went unconscious, and the ref stopped it. And then I believe he was finished also once by KO, TKO, like ground and pound type thing. So I like the decision play here for sure, and a Striegl decision, putting that playing at a plus 420 over on FanDuel. Really like it a lot. But the play I like the most here, because these guys are durable, their grappling skills match up well. I think they're going to last a while. So fight starts the third round, minus 135 over on DraftKings. I think this is good value at almost, you know, close to even money. I'm throwing 1 unit. Fight starts the third round, minus 135 on DraftKings. That's an official play. Yeah, like I said, I think both these guys' grappling is going to be able to match each other well. Striegl has been submitted twice in his career, but they were a little bit earlier. And Chaz Skelly has gotten late round finishes a lot, a couple of them coming in the third as well. So I like Striegl to be able to outlast Chaz Skelly's attack here, and, you know, probably get to a decision. And I probably like Striegl to win here. So keeping on that, Striegl by decision, plus 420 on FanDuel, half unit play, official pick. So two plays here, that Striegl decision play, half unit, and fight to start the third round, 1 unit. Odds I said before, go ahead and play it back if you need to. Moving up the card, Jessica Rose Clark versus Stephanie Egger. Definitely lean the Jessica Rose Clark side. I'm not a huge fan of Egger, but Yeah, this one's going to be a pass for me. I like the Clark decision at first, but I understand where Egger's at. She looked pretty good in her last Viking and finished in the second round over Shanna Young, I believe. Um, and before that, she fought Tracy Cortez, who is a very good women's fighter in the division. Definitely top 15, I believe. If not, she's not in the top rankings because of inactivity. I know she hasn't fought in a while. But nevertheless, Tracy Cortez is a very good women's MMA fighter in this bantamweight division. Jessica Rose Clark, her fighting style doesn't like. I'm not in love with it. She's more of a uses her wrestling, gets good top control, good jiu-jitsu control and top pressure. But Stephanie Yeager, she does have some power. She does have some ability to do stuff off her back. Yeah, like I said, I definitely lean the Clark decision side of things. That was sitting at plus 140 on DraftKings, but it's going to be a pass for me. So moving up the card, we got Gabriel Benitez versus David Onama. The David Onama hype continues. Came in on short notice his last fight, actually up at lightweight. He's normally a featherweight, and fared pretty well against a really good opponent. So a lot of hype on this guy. He started at minus 180 money line and definitely trickled his way down to about a plus 150 or minus 150. I can understand that movement on Gabriel Benitez because Gabriel Benitez is a veteran. He's fought some of the best in the featherweight division and has done fairly decent against them. Onama with a ton of hype on him. Like I said, I get the value in the Benitez side, but I do like Onama to win here. I just don't know if he's going to do it by finish. So a lot of people like a knockout here or submission inside the distance play. I'm a little weary. Gabriel Benitez is pretty tough, and he's only been finished by some top-level opponents. Billy Quarantillo finished him in the third round via back control strikes. So the only reason he was able to get a finish is because he got to his back and just kind of Benitez couldn't handle that kind of wrestling pressure, grappling. Onama doesn't have that. Also, Gabriel Benitez, last finish before that Billy Q finish was Yusuf Sequid. He's got crazy power, some of the best power in the featherweight division. So, I don't hold too much weight to that as well. David Onama, I don't think he has that kind of power that Yusuf Sequid has. So that being said, official play is going to be a 1-unit play on Onama money line, minus 155 on DraftKings. And I'm actually going to throw a half unit on Onama decision, plus 500 over on DraftKings as well. I think this is really good value. Like I said, I just think Benitez is tougher than people think. He's been in there with the best, and he's only been finished by the best. David Onama, he could make a huge statement here and come in and get a finish. But I just don't think he will. I just think I favor the decision, and at plus 500, I mean, that value is really good. So recapping those two plays, 1-unit Onama money line, minus 155 on DraftKings, and a half-unit play on Onama by decision, plus 500 also on DraftKings. Moving up the card, we got Mario Batista, Jay Perrin. I haven't seen any prop plays at all come out on this yet on either books, FanDuel, DraftKings, the ones I use. We just have Batista at about a minus 300 favorite. I wouldn't mind if fight goes the distance play here, but again, nothing's up. It doesn't bother me to take a pass on this either. I'm not laying minus 300 on Mario Batista, nor do I have the confidence in the dog here, Jay Perrin, to get a win. So yeah, that being said, total pass here. Moving up the card. Jonathan Pearce, Christian Rodriguez. Now, this is one that I actually really like. I like Christian Rodriguez here. I like the dog. Reason being, Christian Rodriguez 7-0. You say, okay, Sean, like you've said it a million times, how many times do we see these guys who are undefeated come in the UFC, so much hype, all these first round finishes, and then just get absolutely destroyed and are proven that they are not the guy and that they don't belong in the UFC. Sure, I think Christian Rodriguez is a little different though. He's not like these other guys getting these finishes where he's doesn't rely 100% on his power. His power isn't really necessarily, he has good power, and that's why he kind of gets finishes, but it's more his technicality that's really good. He also throws together like just a bunch of good variety of strikes and kicks and knees. It's hard to figure him out. His wrestling his takedown defense is decent. His wrestling is decent. Grappling is decent. Obviously his striking is a strong point, and I think it's really good. Hence why he has all these finishes on his resume. I believe he has six of his 7 wins are via finish. I believe he does actually have a couple submissions on his resume too. So his grappling is not totally for shit. Other side, Jonathan Pearce, dude puts on crazy high pace, high pressure, a lot of wrestling, a lot of grappling. Totally an inside the distance type of guy, a lot of finishes via KO, TKO, ground and pound type victories and or submissions. Jonathan Pearce, also super tough, durable guy. Only finished once in his career, I believe, by TKO, KO, TKO. And he was put in a weird spot to where his opponent had like a half Nelson, and he kind of just got stuck in it and couldn't move and pinned against the fence, and his opponent just railed on him and got the TKO victory. So pretty much 0 weight to that. His toughness, his durability, his chin is all there. He's going to be super durable. Christian Rodriguez, very technical striker. If he can keep this one on the feet, I see him out-piecing Jonathan Pearce. So I'm going to put a half unit play on Rodriguez by decision plus 650 over on DraftKings. Great value, I think. Half unit play because obviously I'm not super confident, but I do love the value. I do like Rodriguez as well. I like him to outpiece Jonathan Pearce here and probably win 2 or 3 rounds as long as he can keep it on the feet. I think we got this one in the bag. Moving up to the main card, we got Joaquin Buckley versus Abdul Alhassan. Buckley obviously known for that spinning kick knockout, and then Alhassan known for his crazy first round power and his knockouts that he shows in that first round. I'm not going to break this one down much. Obviously, both these guys have good power. Both these guys either, can get a finish or can get finished. Alhassan got completely rolled by Chaos Williams. Shout out to that one dude who left a comment, because in the breakdown video I said he's never been knocked out before. I appreciate him leaving that comment because sometimes I do slip up when I do these videos and completely forgot about that Chaos Williams knockout loss. Other than that, though, Alhassan has never been knocked out before. Very durable, too. Chaos Williams has some of the best power in the division, so I don't hold too much weight to that knockout, although he did get totally starched and was out like a piece of planked wood. Joaquin Buckley, I just really don't like Buckley. I think like the gimmick of him getting that spinning kick knockout is like, for whatever reason, has him for a contract for the UFC for life and blah blah blah, and like he's crazy, like he's crazy good. It was just like a fluke knockout in my opinion, and it just happened to land and knock out his opponent. I actually lean the Alhassan side here to get a KO or even maybe a decision. But yeah, it's going to be a pass for me betting wise. Moving up the card, we got Jim Miller versus Nikolas Motta. A little disrespect coming in on the Jim Miller side. So official play, 1 unit, Jim Miller, money line, plus 155 on DraftKings. I don't get it. Nikolas Motta making his UFC debut, coming off the Contender Series and fighting a huge veteran like Jim Miller. I mean, I don't get it. Jim Miller got the better grappling for sure. Probably has the better wrestling. Motta, I guess you could say, is the better stand-up. But Jim Miller, we've seen in his last fight, his stand-up is still pretty good. And Nikolas Motta, I mean, I don't get the hype on him. I don't get why he's the favorite. I've seen it many times in watching the tape over and over again. He throws the same combination over and over again, the same 1-2. He throws a straight right with a left hook over and over and over again. And I feel like Jim Miller, the veteran that he is, obviously he watches the tape on this guy. He's going to notice, okay, he throws that 80% of the time. That's what I have to watch out for. Okay, what else does Motta have? Nothing, apparently, because that's all he throws. So Jim Miller, he's going to be aware of that 1-2 that Nikolas Motta constantly throws. Jim Miller, he is, maybe he's not going to win in the stand-up, but obviously he's going to try to take it to the ground, uses grappling, uses wrestling. I pondered an inside the distance play, but, just in case, Nikolas Motta is pretty durable. He has lost 3 times. Let's double check because I don't want to stray in the wrong and say the wrong thing. He's been knocked out once, and he's been knocked out twice, and actually submitted twice as well if you count the one from the Ultimate Fighter. So inside the distance play, potentially here it might be a good play. It was at when I saw it last, plus 250, but just in case it does go to a decision, I like the money line here. I favorite that. I'm not going to get too greedy, and I think sometimes when we bet and we see these things, these specific prop plays that we love, even though there's the dog here and he's got the dog money on the money line, sometimes you get too greedy and go into those inside the distance plays, knockout plays, submission plays. So I'm going to play it safe here and stick with the money line. So again, official play, 1 unit, Miller money line, plus 155 on DraftKings. Moving up the card, Parker Porter versus Alan Baudot. My favorite play of the card, ladies and gentlemen. My favorite play, going to be 2 units. So 2 units on Parker Porter inside the distance, plus 110 on DraftKings. Parker Porter here, obviously sitting at a very heavy favorite here, minus 250. Alan Baudot, man, this guy is just, in my opinion, not good at all. He only has the cardio for essentially 1 round. After that, he gasses hardcore. His striking is okay, but like his victories have come from just dog shit competition just very low level. Once he starts fighting any sort of guy who is a decent caliber, he gets toasted, he gets finished. Alan Baudot, all of his losses have been via finish. It only says 2 there, but he was finished. He got a disqualification victory because I think some dude tested positive for weed or something like that. So he really has his record really is 7-3. So Parker Porter here also, he's got a decent amount of finishes on his resume. He has 8 finishes, 4 by knockout, 4 by submission. I like Parker Porter here to, grind his way in the first round, work on Alan Baudot, maybe wear him out, clinch up, maybe use the wrestling, get a takedown, and Baudot is going to gas by the 2nd or 3rd round. Parker Porter, again, going to use probably the wrestling and get a ground and pound victory or a submission victory on the ground. I'm very confident in this one, hence the 2 unit play, favorite play of the card. Again, 2 units, Parker Porter inside the distance, plus 110 over on DraftKings. Next, if I can find my mouse here. Next card, we got Kyle Daukaus versus Jamie Pickett. Daukaus, Philly guy, love the Philly guy, lean hard. Obviously, pretty heavy favorite, minus 200 and up, what you're seeing on the cards. Jamie Pickett, I do not like Jamie Pickett. I think he also stinks, but he's riding a 2-fight win streak against 2 other guys who stink. Picked against them his last fight, but proved me wrong that he is pretty durable and can withstand some takedowns. Kyle Daukaus, like I said, I like him to lean here, but I don't have an official play here. I don't want to put any money on this. Reason being, I don't know how Daukaus is going to win this. I pondered the submission or decision prop, a little double chance, minus 165 on FanDuel. But man, I just don't know if Daukaus is going to be able to get Pickett down. And even if he does, Pickett, I don't know. Is the ground and pound TKO going to be there? I am very hesitant to always play a submission or decision prop on some guys, just because that ground and pound is much more common than you think. Point and key, I placed a submission or decision prop bet years ago with Paul Craig. Paul Craig, he never had a KO TKO victory in his career. I was like, oh, this is a lock. I'm going to take the better value. And what happens? Paul Craig gets a KO TKO victory. So with that, man, and that one hurt a lot. So with that, man, I don't count out a ground and pound victory here from Daukaus. Jamie Pickett, not the best on the ground, and if Daukaus can get him there, the ground and pound is there or the submission is there. But I also don't mind a decision play here. Jamie Pickett shown he's really durable. Only finished once in the UFC, also once in the Contender Series, one submission, one KO. The KO was from Jordan Wright, who just comes out and throws hands and either will knock you out or get knocked out. And then I forget who the submission play was, but he's also, at least he was in the UFC. I don't know if he got kicked out or still is. But yeah, I just don't know how Daukaus is going to win this one. So for that reason, it's a pass for me. Moving on to the last fight of the card, the main event, Johnny Walker versus Jamahal Hill. Should be a banger, should be an awesome fight. I was looking at a couple different plays here. Obviously, I like Hill a lot. Johnny Walker, I think he's so chinny. I've seen I think at least 4 or 5 fights where he gets clipped and he's hurt. But maybe he's able to recover and then get the win himself. So, yeah, I like Jamahal Hill to definitely win here. I like him to win via KO or TKO. But the play I'm going to make is a 1-unit play. Jamahal Hill to win in the first, second, or third round, plus 105 on FanDuel, official play. So reason I'm picking the round plays rather than the method of victory plus round plays is because it is such a slim difference. Plus 110 versus plus 105. That slim difference, I'm going to take the lower one just in case Jamahal Hill gets a submission. Now, I know he's never gotten, I believe, a submission on his resume. Let me double check. Yeah, never got a submission in his career. But from what I've heard commentators say in all of his fights, don't sleep on this guy's grappling skills. He does have grappling skills. I don't know what kind of belt he is in jiu-jitsu, but apparently he has some grappling skills. So because that threshold is so, such a slim difference, give me the round victories instead. Also, the reason why I like 1, 2, or 3, Jamahal Hill brings it. He wants to fight. He wants to scrap. Johnny Walker's last fight was so boring. They were just so cautious of each other. I think this one's going to be different. I think Jamahal Hill is going to pressure him, force Johnny Walker to fight. And I think Jamahal Hill is going to get the best of it, going to get the finish in 1, 2, or 3. Again, probably by knockout, but I wouldn't be totally shocked if he got a club and sub type thing. But again, I'm covered for that club and sub in case. So yeah, official play and final play of the card, 1-unit Hill in the first, second, or third round, plus 105 on FanDuel. All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. It would help a lot. Also, please hit that like button. If you guys have any plays of your own that you want me to take a listen to, or any of the other viewers to take a listen to, let me know what they are down below. If you like any of my plays, if you dislike any of my plays, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I'll have another video coming out later today, parlay plays video, hoping to get that out shortly after this. If not, it'll be up tonight. And then shout out to my Steady Picks crew, steadypicks.com, free to sign up. They give you free plays. They post my MMA plays up there. They also have plays on every sport via the Steady Pick system and also their contributor picks. Really great site. Definitely check them out. Free to sign up. So they're not going to charge you like all these other bullshit companies who say they're amazing and are going to win you money. Hey, these guys are free and they're going to win you money. They have a proven track record. They're very good with traceability and all that stuff as well. So definitely check them out, steadypicks.com. Again, back to what I was saying originally, shout out to my Steady Picks folk. I'm also on Steady Picks Radio. that is over on Spotify, Apple Music, all those streaming podcast platforms. We have an audio version of the video that I do here, and post that up on their radio platform. So shout out to those guys at SteadyPicks.com, and shout out to my viewers on Steady Picks Radio. Really appreciate you guys, listening to my podcast, listen to my rants about MMA. And it would also help if you come over here to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. But yeah, anyway, thanks a lot for all your viewers, all the viewers. Really appreciative of all you. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.